Hello everyone, welcome to this series on synopsis and summaries of important works of literature. And in this video, we are going to discuss The Book of the Duchess by Geoffrey Chaucer. Introduction. The Book of the Duchess, written by Geoffrey Chaucer between 1368 and 1372, is an elegiac dream vision poem believed to commemorate the death of Blanche, Duchess of Lancaster, the wife of Chaucer's patron, John of Gaunt. The poem, composed in octosyllabic rhyming couplets, is Chaucer's earliest major work and reflects his burgeoning literary talents. This video explores the poem's narrative structure, themes, and its significance in Chaucer's body of work. The narrative structure and dream vision genre. The poem opens with the narrator lamenting his chronic insomnia, which he has endured for 8 years. In an attempt to cure his sleeplessness, he reads Ovid's Metamorphoses, particularly the story of Ceyx and Alcyone. This tale eventually lulls him to sleep, setting the stage for the dream vision that constitutes the poem's main narrative. The dream begins with the narrator awakening in a richly decorated chamber, adorned with scenes from the Trojan War. He hears a hunting horn and joins a hunt led by an emperor named Octavian. As the hunt proceeds, the narrator becomes separated from the group and follows a small dog down a flower-strewn path, leading to an encounter with a sorrowful Black Knight. The Black Knight, dressed in mourning attire, shares his tale of woe with the narrator. He recounts how he lost his beloved lady, Lady White, to the whims of fortune. The knight's story of love, loss, and lamentation forms the core of the poem. Despite the narrator's attempts to console him, the knight remains inconsolable, deeply immersed in his grief. Themes of grief, fortune, and consolation. Central to the Book of the Duchess are the themes of grief and the capricious nature of fortune. The Black Knight's sorrow over the loss of Lady White is a poignant exploration of the human experience of mourning. His tale underscores the fickleness of fortune, which bestows happiness only to snatch it away capriciously. Lady White, representing the ideal of womanhood, is described in terms of her virtue and beauty. Her perfection amplifies the magnitude of the knight's loss and his resultant despair. The knight's lament is not merely personal, but also serves as an allegory for the transient nature of all earthly joys. The poem also explores the idea of consolation. The narrator, in his role as a sympathetic listener, attempts to offer solace to the knight by reminding him of the virtues and the happy times he shared with Lady White. However, the depth of the knight's sorrow suggests that true consolation can be elusive, highlighting the complex nature of grief. The elegiac purpose and historical context. The Book of the Duchess is widely believed to be an elegy for Blanche, Duchess of Lancaster, who died in 1368. The poem's composition shortly after her death suggests it was intended as a tribute to her memory. The Black Knight, while a fictional character, is often interpreted as a representation of John of Gaunt, who was deeply affected by his wife's death. The historical context of the poem is significant. Chaucer wrote during a period of political and social upheaval in England. The 100 Years of War and the Peasants' Revolt had shaken the stability of the realm. Within this context, Chaucer's decision to focus on a personal and emotional narrative rather than overtly political themes reflects a deliberate artistic choice to explore the universality of human experiences such as love and loss. Literary significance and Chaucer's development. The Book of the Duchess marks an important stage in Chaucer's literary development. It showcases his ability to blend classical influences with contemporary literary forms. The use of the dream vision genre allows Chaucer to explore abstract themes in a vivid and imaginative manner. This technique would later be employed in his more mature works such as The House of Fame and The Parliament of Fowls. The poem also highlights Chaucer's mastery of language and form. His use of octosyllabic couplets and rich imagery creates a rhythmic and evocative narrative. Additionally, the interplay between the narrator and the Black Knight demonstrates Chaucer's skill in character development and dialogue. Conclusion: The Book of the Duchess is a poignant and multifaceted work that delves into themes of grief, loss, and capriciousness of fortune. Through the dream vision genre, Chaucer crafts a narrative that is both deeply personal and universally relatable. As an elegy for Blanche, Duchess of Lancaster, the poem serves as a tribute to her memory and reflects the societal and emotional currents of the time. This early work not only established Chaucer's literary reputation but also laid the groundwork for his later masterpieces, cementing his place as one of the foremost poets of the English language. So this was the discussion on the summary and synopsis of The Book of the Duchess by Geoffrey Chaucer. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other work. Until then, goodbye and thank you.